Aloha everyone, I'm Malika Dudley. We're at the Grand Wailea with Connie Britton. You might recognize her from Nashville, Friday Night Lights, but she's been in all kinds of TV shows and films. She sings, she acts, and she is now the recipient of the Navigator Award. Welcome to Maui. How's it been so far?
Oh my gosh, it's been incredible. I actually just got here today, so I feel that I have so much to explore, but I just immediately felt this sense of relaxation the minute I landed. I really understood the concept of aloha the minute I got here.
Do you have any plans for anything exciting?
I don't have any plans. I mean, just being here, I'd like to just be here and not have plans.
Yeah.
That to me sounds like heaven. So that's my plan, is to not have any plans and just enjoy this beautiful place.
The beach is right there in the ocean. I mean, what else do you need?
I'm going there. That's where I'll be.
Okay, well, let's get to the subject at hand, the Navigator Award. So I will quote, "It honors a film artist for carving a path of distinction through the turbulent waters of the entertainment industry without sacrificing his or her fundamental commitment to excellence." Has Connie Britton had turbulent waters? What have you had to overcome to get to where you are today?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, every actor has to overcome a lot, mostly a lot of rejection, and I'm no exception to that. But I consider myself incredibly fortunate, and I have been able to play amazing roles and do work that I love. But you know, the turbulence, I think, is probably more a reference to just a lot of rejection along the way. And people always say, an overnight star. And it's like, no, in fact, anybody who's been working has probably been doing it for years. There's no such thing as an overnight star.
Tonight, we've got Beatrice at dinner, stars alongside you, Salma Hayek, John Lithgow. So what was it like to be a part of that project?
Oh, it was amazing. That was so much fun. First of all, Miguel Arteta directed it, and he's just a joy, and Mike White wrote it, and he's an incredible writer. But that cast, it was really such a wonderful ensemble. You know, John Lithgow, Salma Hayek, but also Chloe Sevigny. Like, it was just an incredible, incredible group of people. And so we just had a blast. We just had the best time doing it. And we love the movie. You know, we all really loved the story. And so it just makes it easy when you're doing something that you love and you feel strongly about.
Yeah. The storyline, I think, is really going to resonate with a Maui audience. Yeah. You know, just almost like the good against evil and standing up for what's right. And
yeah, well, I would imagine that it will really resonate with a Maui audience that, you know, it's really a story about people caring about their environment, people encroaching on animals and human beings who have lived in a place for years and years and years, and all of the things that can come out of that, of something that's usually driven by greed. So it really is a conversation about that, and I think that will appeal to Maui audiences for sure.
So also, I was just wondering if you could answer some of our social media followers' questions. Sure. They're very quick and very simple. So one is, you studied in Beijing. Do you speak Chinese? And can you say something to us?
I did study in Beijing. I did speak Chinese. That was a very long time ago. My Chinese is almost non-existent at this point. I could basically say, ni hao, ni shan ti hao ma. That means, hi,
that's
how
more
are
than
you
me.
doing? That means, that's what that means. So,
awesome, yeah. Awesome. Which do you enjoy more, acting or singing?
Oh, I mean, look, I enjoy both of them a great deal for different reasons. You know, acting has been my love of my life, and but I love singing because it is a part of that expression, and because it's really challenging for me, and it's fun to be challenged, and it's rewarding when it works, you know. So I love both, but I would say, you know, acting is where, you know, I really come from.
Yeah, I know people loved you on Nashville. They loved your singing too. So And the last social media question is, what kind of work do you do as Goodwill Ambassador to the UN?
My role with the UN is focusing on poverty eradication around the world, and that's with an emphasis on empowering women and gender equality. So, I go to different areas. We try to create sustainability in areas where there's extreme poverty and help people to get themselves out of poverty, and particularly focusing on women, because all around the world there are women who are not being utilized and not having any sort of economic freedom. If in fact they were being utilized in their cultures and had more input into the economies, poverty would be greatly reduced. So that's a really important aspect that we're addressing through the UNDP.
Well, that kind of brings me to your birthday surprise thing. I've been Facebook stalking her, so last question. On your Facebook, you were talking about how this year you're raising money for a cause near and dear to your heart. I mean, I read your description, and I'm a mommy, so it just brought tears to my eyes. You know, you talking about the idea that children who have been through hell can have a shot at feeling cared for and worthy of learning and creating a life for themselves. Well, that gives me hope. Geez, there I go. So tell me how people can help.
Oh, thank you so much for bringing that up. Well, I had a big birthday this year, and so I wanted to do something where I felt like I could give a gift in some way to the world, something that would be lasting. And I'm very passionate about education. I just think opportunity and education make all the difference in terms of everything in life. And we have, around the world, we have a refugee situation that's, we're approaching 66 million refugees around the world. And we have many refugee families in this country, and they have all been through extreme strife and, have seen terrible things. And, many children have lost families, and adults have not had any education. And that's not good for anybody. It's not good for the world. And what I wanted to do was try to create an education fund for refugees and for refugees in this country. And I did it with the IRC, the International Rescue Committee. And when you're in a moment of crisis, education is the first thing to go. Understandably, people are worried about just surviving and getting food and water. So I wanted to have there be a fund so that even in that situation, there could still be some focus on education. And so I was so excited. Yesterday was World Refugee Day, and we had found out actually a couple days earlier that I had reached the goal for my fund, which I was so thrilled about, and people have been incredibly generous. But I'm keeping it open because I just want to see how much more we can do, because there's just always going to be a need for it. So thank you for bringing it up.
Of course. Well, and if you guys want to contribute to this, we'll put the link in our story, so make sure you check it out. Congratulations. Thank you for speaking with us.
Much.
Enjoy your time on Maui.
I will.
And go to our website, MauiNow.com, for everything you need to know about the Maui Film Festival. Ahui ho.